viewers, this is the last part in my bookshelf tour series thing. These are the few books that I had at college that were not at my house, so I couldn't talk about them. This is my tiny bookshelf at college. Down here is just a bunch of binders from different classes and things like that, and right now I have my ceramics book, Hands in Clay, which is the textbook that we used for my class, but it's not mine actually, it's my roommate's, so she's going to be selling it back. These are my books that I have here. In the other shelf, I was talking about the little Bible that I had, the orange one, and so this is my green one from college. The complete works of William Shakespeare, which I got at Half Price Books. The complete Persepolis, which was the common reading for the freshmen this summer, so I had to read that with them. It's also a film. The Tibetan Prayer Flag Pack is actually like a little gift set that I got at Five Below, obviously, for $4. You open it up and it has prayer flags and a blank set of prayer flags and some ink pens so that you can make your own prayer flags. And then it has this little book of blessings that tells you all about the tradition and what they're used for and other things like that. This is Diana Hacker's Rules for Writers. It was required for all freshmen at my college, and so I have to have it, and then I keep it because I'm a writing assistant, so I'm constantly referring back to it for the freshmen that I work with. Woe Is I is a grammar book that I had in high school, and so I brought it back because I needed to use it for teaching assisting and writing assisting. Ghost Girl by Amy Gerstler. This is a collection of her poems. Actually really good. There's some kind of creepy, weird ones in there, which I like. The Classic Fairy Tales, edited by Maria Tater, or Tatar. I think we pronounce it Tater. I don't actually know how it's pronounced, but someone had put this in a recycle bin and my boyfriend rescued it for me, so I have that. It has kind of critical essays and things of different types of classic fairy tales, like there are different versions of Little Red Riding Hood and then criticism of it. Academic criticism, I mean, not just like saying it's bad. And then there are different versions of Snow White, different versions of The Little Mermaid, stuff like that, so you see kind of different versions of the tales all together. And then this is also a book that I got from my boyfriend. It's called The Tragedy of Arthur, a novel by Arthur Phillips, and it's kind of like supposed to be a lost Shakespeare play, and it has the play in the back and then the story of how it was discovered, quote unquote, in the beginning, and I have not finished reading that. I started with the play like it recommends, and I haven't read the story part. And then here's a textbook that I'm using right now for my class on stereotyping and prejudice, The Psychology of Prejudice. These are the pirate books that you saw before at my house. So now they're here. You saw this book before and my journal that I'm using for it. In here I have the Everything Paganism book, which I bring to school with me because I think it's really good beginner basic type stuff, so sometimes I refer to it and other times I give it to people if they want to know something about it and don't want to listen to me explain it. And then this is something that I mentioned before, the Goodly Spell book by Lady Passion and Duvet, I think. I don't know how to say his name, from Coven Oldenwild. This is actually my mom's book, but I borrowed it and I took notes on it as I went so that I would remember everything. I really recommend it. I like it a lot. I think the people who wrote this are Wiccan based, but I think they do a really good job of just talking about overall magic and witchcraft and not just talking about Wicca, and if they do, they say that. So I think they're pretty good with doing that, but that would be your opinion. And then normally the Totem Magic book that I mentioned in the other video would be in there as well, but a friend of mine is borrowing it right now. I also have some books in here that I just brought back from home, but it occurred to me that I don't think I showed you before that I have these two books, because they were in a bag the whole time. Generation T, 108 Ways to Transform a T-Shirt, and Generation T Beyond Fashion, 120 New Ways to Transform a T-Shirt by Megan Nicolai. And those are largely the books that I look to for inspiration when I do my t-shirt recons, and then I just kind of either do one of these projects or I put a little twist on it. So I have those as well. Actually, hi again, because before the time that I can post that last video of the books that I had at college, I got more books for another class. So here's the books I just had to buy for class, and this is now all of the books that I own. Except by the time you see this, I will also have my copy of The Fault in Our Stars, which when I go open it later today, I will do a video of it right away, but you won't see this video for quite a while yet, so it'll be like weird time zone stuff. Anyway, so I just had to buy Orlando by Virginia Woolf and Northanger Abbey by Jane Austen. I mentioned that in my other video, so now I have to have this is the special edition copy that I had to get. And also similar version copy of News from Nowhere by William Morris. And these are for my class where we are going to England. I also have this packet of course readings for England, so whatever little random readings are in here, like stuff from The Spectator, maps, pictures, landscape design stuff. So whatever is in that packet of stuff, I have that too, but that's not really books. So I think I've covered all the books now, since I don't plan on getting any new ones. Yeah, so by the time you see this, that should be everything, and this series is done. Thank you very much for watching it. I'll see you next time. Goodbye!